Alright people, Sai Volin here, and it's a guide, a little short video on how to stay productive and how to reach the goal you set, or maybe actually do the project you intend on doing. So imagine a scenario where a person, maybe like, I don't know, whoever the person is, has some sort of desired situation in his mind. Maybe it's a YouTube channel, maybe it's a business he wants to start and do, maybe it's some engineering project he wants to do, anything. But the person has some initial spark, he starts the project, he's really high on this good positive emotions, and he does some actions, little actions, for a few days maybe, but when after some days or weeks pass, the project just gets abandoned. It just never reaches any meaningful state. So, how to avoid that, and how to actually finish the projects you want to finish and reach the goal you want to reach. The secret to productivity and reaching the goals is in your environment. You have to strip everything that can potentially take your attention away from the goal, and everything that can that is less painful than doing the work. So to understand why do we need that better, we have to understand something about how humans operate. And humans operate mostly on pain avoidance. So if you're going on a job and you're getting some money, you're getting that money because you know that in case you don't get that money, you will maybe die of hunger, or you will not get a thing you want really badly. And so, because you're in this sort of pain without maybe a desired item or just without food, you go and get a job, or you go and take some action. Now, if the action doesn't really solve any pain in the moment, and if your state is normal, without this desired situation, or maybe you desire a YouTube channel, but living without it is also totally fine. And thus, by living without a YouTube channel, you are in less pain than actually going out there and recording some videos and posting them. And that's why the mechanism is still on, you're still pain avoiding, and that's it. Now, to avoid that and to actually get your desired situation and to reach your goals, you have to create an environment for yourself where the least painful thing to do is actually reaching your goal. And how do you do that? You're doing it by cutting off everything where that can catch your attention again. So maybe you have Netflix installed on your phone, and instead of doing your project when you have this desire, when you think okay, now it's time to make some work on my project, and you open your Netflix and you're just finding a movie that is interesting and you click on it and you watch it, and then the project never gets done. Or maybe it's TikTok, like you just think, oh, let me like open this TikTok for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then a couple of hours go by and you're just okay, now it's like, you know, then you don't feel like doing the project and then you forget it completely. And maybe you'll remember it, but still, like, you won't get to it. So to avoid these things, you have to find out what takes your attention from the project, and this apps or people or whatever, but with people, okay, it's not like you can easily cut them off, but it's complicated. But regarding apps, you just have to delete everything. In YouTube, turn off the history of view history, which will bring you nice clear YouTube without recommendations on mobile app and on PC or laptop. You can actually get an extension that will block all the distractions on YouTube, and so like you'll have this very nice phone and very nice laptop or PC, where the least where there are no things to do instead of working on your project. And that's basically the secret. And if you ask me, but hey Sai, like how the hell do I rest then if I just remove all the like games, YouTube, Netflix, everything? And I tell you, you rest by just staring at a wall or maybe a ceiling, or just lying down with your eyes closed doing nothing, and that will actually recover you better than anything you can do on your mobile phone or maybe Netflix or whatever. And yeah, that's it. Now obviously you can still watch some Netflix maybe on a weekend, like you still don't want to completely abandon like movies and like something. I think you want to avoid video games because they are really bad for your dopamine system. You like eventually, if you have a game installed, you'll just play the game instead of doing the project, because again it is least painful, even if you're motivated enough to get the project done initially in the day. At least that's my experience. Yes, I think that's it.